And I was answering my phone in the hospital.
All right, we got Gunny Jones here. Curtis Jones, welcome to the show, brother.
You're still a nut.
I'm still a nut. I am a nut. So Gunny Jones, I met him. We were hanging out. At the gas station, right?
Yeah, pumping gas.
Pumping gas, and I seen Guns, and I
You saw my dog.
saw the dog. A big old dog. This thing's about 800 pounds. So
He's only 120.
he's like 120. But I went over and talked to Gunny, and we kind of struck up a conversation. I think he even had on Marine Corps boxers that day. I mean, he had everything on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gunny's normal attire. But Gunny actually did 20 years Marine Corps service, then served in stuff you can't talk about, and then after that you went into the FBI.
What stuff you can't talk about?
Yeah, other stuff you can't talk about, and went into the crisis response unit for 9/11, and was in charge of the crash site crime scene out in Pennsylvania.
I worked it. I wasn't in charge of it. I worked it.
He worked it. He's modest. He's saying modest, but Gunny, can you kind of tell a little bit about your story and a little bit how you got started in the Marine Corps and why you went in the Marine Corps?
Why did I go in the Marine Corps? So I always wanted to be a Marine.
Could be a long answer here. Stand by, guys.
Yeah, it could be a real long answer. I'll make it short. I always wanted to be a Marine.
Yeah.
As a kid, I wanted to be part of the best and part of the few. But anyway, like Daryl said, we met at the gas station on base, pumping gas. Struck up a conversation. I always wear Marine Corps apparel, 90% of the time. I got a T-shirt for every day of the week.
Unless he's wearing at the Fleet Reserve Club.
Yeah, somewhere in that one there.
Downtown, Annapolis.
Downtown. Advertising, downtown Annapolis, Fleet Reserve. Hey, come on down. But anyway, I started talking to Daryl. Found out he's one of these he won't say life coach or motivational speaker, but he's in that world. And I told him about some of the stuff I had done and sat down with him and talked about some things, and had this one issue I always carried around with me in my pocket.
What's a round? Because these people they're watching
bullet.
this bullet. It's got a bullet like you put in a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of got me in trouble, but
Kind of got you in trouble. You got kicked out of the building or something.
yeah, they kicked me out the exchange
For a year. So
For a year,
yeah.
but I totally violated that rule anyway. I went back anyway.
They didn't see
I
you.
didn't care. But the round was my stress tool. I would always rub it. And so talking to Daryl, Daryl said, you got to do something about that. You're gonna either hurt somebody or get somebody hurt. I could care less, but
The thing is, you don't even remember that even happening.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. How often did you used to black out and stuff like that?
Shoot, I don't know. Still do. I do things I don't know I did them sometimes.
Yeah, just forgot about them.
Yep. But the thing is, it's like you see me move my hand now. I rub my fingers. That's the round. Or either a coin. I'll carry a coin, because when I get agitated, I do get agitated.
Who doesn't?
But my degree of agitation kind of goes a little bit farther. But it comes one of the times when you need somebody to talk to and you can't talk to just any old body. And so as a vet, you look for another vet to talk to, somebody that's been there and walked the walk you walked. And if he's another Marine, it's even better. But the thing is, though, I listened to Daryl's story, which he has a great one. I never lived out my car, but just listen to him tell me what he went through and how he bounced back, and listen to what I'm going through and the things I deal with every day. A lot of it's not physical, except for now I just had a total knee replacement. But the thing is, a lot of the mental things we deal with that we can't share with anybody, because you just can't talk to anybody, because they look like yeah, so just get over it. Well, something you just can't get over. Our minds are like computer banks. We just bury stuff. We compartmentalize things, and at some point they reach their way back up to the top, and that window opened up, and hey, Katie bought a door because all hell breaks loose. And I've been in that boat where I ended up in the hospital because the windows opened up, and I know what was going on. I wake up, I'm in the county hospital in a room with nothing but a cot in it. Mm-hmm. And my wife's got to come get me. And, they let her in the room and said, you can't have a cell phone, can't have a pocketbook. I never knew places exit. But it's like when you go ask for help and you go and you realize you need help, you got to find somebody who's willing to help you. First, you got to admit you need help. Then you got to talk to someone, and you know you can get professional help. You can talk to friends, but you got to talk to somebody. You can't hold it all in, because holding it in is going to get somebody hurt.
What had you been doing up to that point, Gunny?
Up to that point, I didn't hold it in. You know, I finally started going to the VA, talking to some head shrinkers over there. Then, you know, they wanted me to go to group. I didn't like group because I felt that group was crazy. Well, not crazy, but stupid. But then I started going to group and realized it was a good thing to do and good place to be. Because no one judges you in group. And no vet's going to judge another vet based on what they did. Because we all have our own personal problems and issues. And it's facing the issues that's the hardest part. And once you realize it, then you got to face it. Then everybody's gonna have their own personal demons. And that's what I call them. Because mine may not be yours, and yours may not be mine, but yet still we all have them. And unless we can realize that and deal with it, we're going to continue to have issues. Not just issues with yourself, but family issues, issues with friends. You become a recluse, you don't want to do nothing with anyone. And, you know, then we come part of that 22. And, you know, it's stated that 22 veterans die a day from suicide. The count is actually higher than that. Because most states are not mandated to write down if the person is a veteran if they commit suicide. That's only the states that report veterans' deaths. So it could be a lot more than 22 a day. And I'm in that league that we don't want to see that happen. You know, I work with other veterans organizations that most people don't know about. And, you know, one is called the Guardian Search and Investigations. And what they do is they reach out to veterans all over the world, all over the country, via the internet. And via the internet, you can reach a lot of people. I mean, there were times when I had issues going through some things. I just reached out on the internet and talked to some of these guys. They talked me down. And you never know what can be said to someone that's going to stop them from doing something that they regret later on. And if you don't reach out to somebody, you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and end up in a pine box or end up in jail. And you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting your family, you're hurting your friends. And that's one of the reasons why I hang around with Daryl every now and then. Because, you know, he's going to pick you. You know, no matter what you do, Daryl's going to ask you questions about it. You know, he's got his camera all the time. He's going to put you on the spot and ask you questions. Hey, what about this? What about that?
Well, here's the thing, Gunny. So the thing what Gunny said to me is he said, I want to actually be able to help more veterans. You remember that?
Yeah.
And when after you left my office, what happened after that?
He put me a face on the internet.
Put you up on the internet.
And next thing I know, my phone started ringing.
Yes.
So I'm helping more veterans.
You're helping a lot of veterans, and he's got more knowledge than and more stories than Mother Goose at times.
But
all the people you've been helping.
But the thing I do is the people that help me, and I pass on what they give me to other vets. So it's not that I'm the smartest book in the library, you know, or the brightest bulb in the box, because I'm not. But I'm smart enough to know how to get help. You know, and most vets out there are smart enough to know how to get help. It's the fact that, do you want to go get the help? I mean, it's the difference between someone whining and needs some more cheese with that whine, or a person that goes, look, I need help, and goes out there and makes an attempt. Doesn't try, because trying doesn't get you anywhere. You have to make an attempt. You have to move forward. And so once you make that attempt to get help, you'll see what opens up for you. If you keep saying, I'm going to try, nothing happens, because you're not moving. You're just sitting still, marking time. But you got to go out there and get what's yours. And just don't take no for an answer. You have to do your own research. And if you don't know where to find stuff, then you find somebody that does know.
What are some of the best resources that you recommend that guys who are struggling or that they need help?
The actually best weapon I could use at the VA is the VA itself. The VA webpage, even though it's highly convoluted, but if you use what they have on their website, it'll work to your advantage. Because you stay between the lines. And as long as you stay between those lines, and it's in black and white, you'll get what you're looking for. It's when you step outside the lines when the problems come up. I'm not talking about going to listen to some C lawyer, because you can get help with your VA paperwork. They got pro bono lawyers out there that are willing to help veterans. And, with your homes, if you're about to get evicted, the VA can help you with that. I mean, there's a lot of things the VA will do for you, except for you don't ask the question. And a lot of people don't know to ask. They hear all the negative feedback about someone's uncle dying or brother dying because they didn't get to the ER. Well, first of all, you were stupid for not taking your brother to another hospital. Yeah, I said it's stupid, because there's more than one hospital out there. If you got a loved one that's sick, and you go to one hospital that's, we can't take you, well, you take them to another hospital. You don't just go back home and say, well, we'll wait and see what happens. Weight broke the wagon down, and weight causes death. So it doesn't make sense to take that no for an answer when you can walk in that ER door and say, hey, look, I have an issue. You can self-commit yourself to the VA. If you know you have a problem with PTSD, or you think you have a problem with PTSD, you think you're hearing voices in your head, you can go to VA and say, hey, look, I need to be committed on a 72-hour hold because I'm about to hurt myself. And now you're in the system. You might not hurt yourself, I don't know. But they don't know either. But the thing is, you needed help and you went somewhere and got it. Or if you go to your local hospital and do the same thing, they commit you. If you got a buddy that you haven't heard from, you can call the cops and they'll do a checkup on them, a health check, a health and welfare check on someone for you. If you ain't heard from the guy 3 or 4 days and you know he's home, you think he's at home, he could be in there dead. But unless you make that call to help your buddy out and do a buddy check, you're wasting time. Because you're saying you want to help somebody, but yet and still you know your buddy's down and out, but you won't call him up or you won't send the cops to his house because you're thinking, well, that's invading his privacy. He should have a right to privacy. Yes, he does have a right to privacy. He also has a right to life. And it's your right and your job, if you're his friend or so-called friend, to look up on your friends, check up on them. That's all I got to say about this matter here.
Got live with buddies, right? Got to stay in touch.
Yep.
Gunny, where do people go to get more in touch with you? I know you got your Facebook page you've been utilizing to have people reach out to you there.
My email address, which is gunny2581@gmail.com. Yeah, that's right, Gunny2581@gmail.com.
Awesome.
You gotta keep it simple.
Keep it simple, keep it real. Thanks, Gunny, for sharing some of the notes. I know you got your Facebook page and you post good stuff on there, and people could reach out and get questions answered off of there. Thanks, brother.
Yep.